again, we've talked about this before, that we probably played the wrong sport, dog. We probably played the wrong sports because this man, Shohei Ohtani, just received a $700 million contract for 10 years, which will theoretically, ideally warrant him $70 million a year, right? But the way he structured this contract, or the way his managers and his agent structured this contract, is that for the 10 years of the contract, he will only receive $2 million a year. And after he maybe retires after that 10 years, because he will be 40 at the time, and that's when most baseball players usually retire around 40, 41 years old, then he can leave Cali to a state that doesn't have state taxes and receive $68 million a year for the duration of his contract through 2034 and 2043. So, D-Lo, my question that I posed to you was, would you rather take a contract like this? Because California state taxes is 13% for the state and then 1% because of payroll tax. So that's 14% coming out your check basically every single time you get paid. Would you much rather have what Shohei has in place, or would you much rather have your money up front? What would you have? What do you think about this contract situation?
So I think most people would want to have the money up front, but I definitely would, if possible, I would rather have my money on the back end and deferred. And the reason that is because as long as the money that is given to me while I am playing is enough for me to sustain life, and even live a little bit luxurious and lavish. Oh yeah, right. You know what I mean? I'm good. But when I'm done working, I want to be able to just continue. Look at that, the thumb up button. But when I'm done working, I want to be able to do those same things, if not more, than when I was playing, because that's really when I'm able to enjoy my life. Because people think athletes live lives of doing whatever they want to because they only go to practice, but it's a lot of sacrifice, especially at the top of the game. And so you're not really able to enjoy it unless like small portions in the off season. So when I'm done, I want to be able to do whatever I want to, but I definitely would take it deferred. And the reason is because the money now is, well, it goes a little bit away, but if it has interest, which I think we don't know if his contract is going to be with interest yet, right?
I haven't seen that. So I would have to research that, but I haven't seen that.
And the reason I say with interest is because let's think about one of the well-known contracts, especially a baseball contract. There is Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla has not played baseball since 2005-ish, 2000, sometime in the early 2000s. He is still getting paid $1 million a year from the New York Mets, and will get paid $1 million a year, roughly a little bit more than $1 million a year, until 2035. He'll be 72 when they finish paying his contract, because they had to defer his payments. And it came with interest. Another person that I did not know had a deferred contract was Ken Griffey Jr.
Did not know that.
Ken Griffey Jr. is going to, after next year, is his last payments that he'll get from the Cincinnati Reds. But since 2009, he has been receiving $3.5 million annually from the Cincinnati Reds because he deferred his contract. Give me my money deferred, bro. Because
facts,
if I can sit back and just chill, not really have to worry about anything after I'm retired.
Every year?
I'm good.
Hello. So I agree with you, D-Lo. As I continue to read this, because I was like what you said earlier. Most people, I was one of most people. I was like, nah, give me my $70 million up front because I want my money. Run me my bread. But as I got to reading about this, especially in California, because they raise the taxes so high because there's so many high earning people in Cali that they use the high earners to pay off the budget, the deficits that's going on in California, which is, I guess, kind of bullshit, but I can understand why they're doing it. Because if you're making $100 million a year, some of these actors, or I ain't gonna say that's kind of OD, but if you're making so much money, you can afford to pay a little bit more in taxes, I guess I would say. Like
then somebody a lot of people out of California too, though.
Which is what happens. But then they also say a very small number of people make this money. So whenever a high income earner does leave, the budget in the state feels it, which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But getting back to the topic, it's like, bruh, I would much rather have a deferred contract. I would much rather have a deferred contract, because if I can say, okay, I can live comfortably off of $1 million or $2 million a year, and I have $68 million coming to me for the next 10 years after that, I would definitely move to Texas or Tennessee or Florida and say, I ain't got no state taxes. Don't take none of my bread. None of it. I'm leaving Cali ASAP. I'm going to let y'all tax this $20 million that I'm about to get for this next 10 years. Y'all can tax that. That's what? 213% is like $260,000 a year. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. What, $3 point something million? Y'all can have that. But or maybe $4 million. I'm gonna do the math on that real quick. 260,000 times 10.
I mean, you definitely can look at it both ways.
2.6 million. Y'all can have that 2.6 million. Y'all can have that. But they're gonna miss out on like $98 million in taxes because he's deferring his contract, especially if he moves. So that's going to hurt their budget 100%. That's going to put them even further in the deficit, because somebody making $700 million is leaving the state. I would 100% leave. I'm gone, bro. I'm in Florida or Tennessee or Texas ASAP, because y'all not taking my bread, bro. Y'all done taxed my $20 million. Y'all had that $2.6 million. Y'all done taxed that. Take that 2.6 and get the hell out of my face. Straight up. Yeah. Y'all not taking no more of my bread.
I mean, you definitely can look at it the other way too, though, especially with the current era that we are economically, with inflation being so high, and, you know, the purchasing power that he can possibly have right now with having that money up front compared to where it could be in 10 years is going to be crazy. But I mean, I definitely, if I can make money while I'm not working, I don't have to worry about that, I think I'd take that situation no matter what inflation is going to look like, because money is going to be money. You know, there are going to be individuals that don't have he's supposed to get 680 million is going to be deferred. So I don't know how they're going to spread that out, if he's going to get that in a lump sum.
They said between 2034 and 2043, he'll get 68 million a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, it don't matter tell me, it don't matter what time frame you in. And I don't know what the value of the American dollar is going to be in 2043 or 2034, true. But would you still not want 68 million coming into your bank account every
100%? I would.
Exactly. So
but I would much rather it be tax free.
Yeah, no, 100%. The point I'm trying to make is the
value of the dollar isn't going up.
The talking point against him deferring is he's missing out on potential purchasing power right now with that 68 million. But it doesn't matter. I don't have to work for this money. Well, I guess I did work for it, but while I'm not working, thinking that he's going to retire at that point, and I'm getting $68 million, I'm chilling, and $68 million is coming into my bank account. Whether I have a ton of purchasing power or not, I have $68 million where I can make purchasing power for me in the future if I invest it right.
Okay, I got 2 questions for you, D-Lo.
Yeah.
2 questions. Would you much rather have $2.6 million taken from your paycheck or $91 million taken from your paycheck?
Huh?
Would you much rather have? Answer the question. Which one would you much rather have? 91 million taken from you or 2.6 million taken from you?
How can wait? Because we got to.
So this is why I asked that question. So if he was to actually take his money up front and get 70 million per year, over the 10 years, he would be taxed $91 million.
Okay.
I
got you.
With him deferring it, he's only being taxed over 10 years, $2.6 million. So would you?
So you would only getting $2 million a year.
So would you
definitely is 2.6,
right?
That's easy.
So imagine. So the next question: What would you move from California in 2034 to a non-state tax state, collect that 68 million over that 10 years, and take that money to Japan, where he's from? Because our dollar is worth more. Our dollar is worth more than Japan's is. So he is the most wealthy man in the world at that point. Like, what?
Well, yes. If he takes it, so okay, what we're talking about really is the state taxes of California, and then him going to whatever. Theoretically, if he stayed in the states, him going to one of the no tax states. We're talking about the state income. Regardless of the state income, federal still gonna get their money, regardless of how that comes, right?
True. I don't think it's 13. I don't think it's 14%.
Yeah, it's probably like 22% or something like that, 34%. I don't know the tax code, the tax brackets, but
gotcha.
Is gonna be, they're gonna get their money. They're going to get their money. So if he takes it offshore, they're definitely going to get their money. So it doesn't. I'm
talking about collecting it over the 10 years. And then taking it in 2043, then taking it back home to Japan.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to take it for that time frame that he gets.
I know what you mean. So, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so he might be getting away with paying California state taxes, but he's still getting hit with federal taxes.
True. So,
regardless, I would rather have my payments deferred and give me the ability to decide where I want to live and how I want to be taxed. And if I can not do anything and bring in a paycheck like $68 million a year,
God damn.
I'm good.
We played the wrong sport, Tito.
100%.
We played the wrong sport, bro. Because please, after doing research on this, bro, please defer my contract. Please defer the fuck out that shit. If I'm yes, I can.
If it's this type of contract,
well, even if it's okay. Say for instance, so somebody like me who's not. I'm not necessarily frugal because I spend money. Obviously, my downfall is my sneakers, and I spend a lot of money on my sneakers. So I'm not necessarily frugal, but I'm very simple. So say for instance, if I sign a contract for $50 million, right, and I say, okay, I want to over the first 10 years, I want to collect $5 million, and if I feel like I can live comfortably off of $500,000 a year, which anybody can, I would defer that $45 million, 100%. And I say after that, I want $5 million a year over the next 9 years, or however much it will cost so 4.5 over the next 10. Yes, I would do that 100%. It ain't got to be 700 million. And I'm pretty sure Shohei's probably does.
Yeah.
I'm sure
to that mug.
Hell yeah. I'm sure Shohei's does. We just don't have the information on that. We apologize. But just looking at the 700 million deferred to 68 million a year after 2034 is crazy. Right. That is amazing, bro.
And so I was asking, and I was saying, as long as it's a contract like this, because we both do fairly well for ourselves, but don't try to give me a little bit right now and then I'm deferring my payment when I leave. Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying major contracts like this, or like what you brought up, the $50 million contracts. Yeah, those type of contracts, I can defer that. But off of what we make, I'm not trying to defer anything.
Nah, give me my money up front right now, brother.
Yeah, feel me.
Give me all my bread, nigga. I'm claiming as little as possible so I can get as much as I can on my taxes, nigga. What?
You feel me?
Oh, y'all still here. So that just must mean you love the content. And if that is the case, there's a video on the screen right here. Make sure you click that. We believe you're going to love that one as well. And we're almost to our 500 subscriber goal. Go ahead and help us get there and hit that subscribe button on the screen right here. And we're on all your streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcasts.